Welcome back to English with Tom and Julia podcast, the place where we talk honestly about the things most people keep inside. Today's topic is something almost everyone has felt but rarely talks about. Why you feel lonely even around people.
That strange emptiness, where you're in a room full of people, maybe even people you know, but you still feel disconnected. If you've ever felt that, this episode is for you. There's a kind of loneliness that doesn't come from being alone, but from not feeling seen. People talk to you, but they don't connect with you. You show up, you smile, you play your role, but inside, it's quiet.
Yeah, and that's the kind of loneliness that hurts the most. It's silent, invisible. You can hide it well so nobody knows you're struggling. And you start asking yourself, why do I feel this way? Is something wrong with me? You know, Julia, we live in the most connected time ever, but people feel more disconnected than they've ever been.
Yeah, it's strange, right? You can have 100 people around you and still feel completely alone.
I think part of it is that we've turned connection into something fast and superficial. Scroll, like, comment, repeat. But none of that is the kind of connection that makes you feel seen.
Exactly. It's like eating junk food for your emotions. Quick, fun, satisfying for a moment, but you still feel empty afterwards.
And also, everyone's performing now. Everyone looks confident or put together online, so when you're in a group, you start thinking, is it just me who feels out of place?
And the funniest thing is, they're probably thinking the exact same thing about you.
Another thing, people are everywhere, but real connection is rare. We're at work, in school, in crowded cities, but none of that automatically means someone actually knows you.
You can be surrounded by noise but still feel unheard. I think a lot of loneliness comes from being in the wrong rooms, around people who just don't match your soul.
Yeah, like when you're always the helper or the listener, but nobody ever asks, hey, how are you doing?
That's the kind of loneliness that hurts the most. Okay, Tom, let's talk about something a lot of people do without even realizing it: masking.
Oh yeah, masking is basically acting like a version of yourself you think people will like more than the real you.
It sounds like, don't say that, they'll think it's weird. Just smile so no one asks questions. Be easy, don't be a burden.
Right, and the sad part? Masking actually works at first. People accept you, conversations feel smoother, you get that temporary approval.
But inside, you feel invisible. Because the version they like isn't actually you.
Exactly. You can be liked and still feel completely alone.
Masking also makes connection impossible. Because real connection requires vulnerability, it requires being seen. And you can't be seen if you're constantly hiding.
And it's exhausting. People wonder why they're tired after simple social interactions. It's not the conversation, it's the performance.
And once you start masking, you get scared. If I stop doing this, will anyone stay?
Yeah, and that fear is exactly what keeps loneliness alive. You know what's wild? You can be surrounded by people and still feel invisible. And a big reason is you're only showing them half of who you are. Like you're editing yourself all the time.
Yes, you become this safe version of yourself. The version that won't be judged, won't be too loud, too much, too weird. But the crazy part? When people connect to only half of you, the other half gets lonely.
Exactly. You feel like they like me, but not the real me. And that creates a quiet kind of loneliness. A loneliness that says, I'm not being seen. I'm not being known.
And the more you hide, the more disconnected you feel, even in friendships or relationships. Because connection requires truth. It requires allowing someone to see the parts you usually hide.
Yeah, and sometimes it's not even their fault. It's your armor that's blocking the connection.
Armor is heavy, and carrying it everywhere will exhaust you emotionally. No wonder people feel drained after social situations.
Let's talk about group settings. Parties, work events, family gatherings. Why do so many people feel lonelier in groups than when they're alone?
Because groups amplify comparison. You start watching people instead of connecting with them.
Yes, you think, they look confident, they seem close, they're having more fun than me. And suddenly, you're not in the room, you're in your head.
And when you're in your head, you're not connecting. You're analyzing, overthinking. You become the quiet observer in a room full of noise.
You almost become a ghost. You're there physically, but mentally you've checked out. And then you leave thinking, why did I feel so alone when I wasn't even by myself?
Because loneliness isn't the absence of people, it's the absence of connection.
All right, let's shift from problem to solution. How do you actually build real connection, the kind that makes loneliness disappear?
Number 1, be honest in small ways. You don't have to spill your life story, but say tiny truths. I'm a bit anxious today, or I'm not sure what to say, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, tiny truths create space for real conversation. Second, ask better questions. Not, how's your day, too automatic. Ask, what's been on your mind lately? That opens doors.
Third, find your people, not all people. You don't need 20 deep connections. You just need a few who get you.
Fourth, let yourself be seen, imperfectly. It's scary, but that's where connection actually begins.
Okay, let's say you're listening to this and you're feeling lonely right now. Like this moment. What do you do?
First, name it. Say to yourself, I'm feeling lonely, but it doesn't mean I'm broken. Loneliness is a signal, not a flaw.
Second, reach out to one safe person. Not a group chat, just one person who feels easy to talk to. Send a quick message. Hey, just wanted to hear your voice. How are you?
Third, talk to yourself kindly. Not in a cheesy way, in a real way. Something like, I'm proud of myself for getting through today.
Fourth, do something grounding. Walk, shower, clean a small space. When your mind is spiraling, your body can pull you back.
And fifth, this one's big. Don't isolate yourself more. Loneliness wants you to hide. Connection requires the opposite. If you remember one thing from this episode, let it be this. Feeling lonely doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're human.
And humans are built for connection. Not perfection, not performance, not pretending.
You deserve people who see you.
You deserve people who hear you.
And you deserve to take up space in someone's life just as you are.
So if today feels lonely, we're glad you spent a few minutes with us.
You're not alone here.
See you in the next episode.